Hello, church family and friends. It's 2-Minute Tuesday. We are in the middle of the season of Lent, a 40-day season in which Christians around the world reflect on Jesus' journey to the cross and think deeply about what it means to follow Jesus everywhere he goes. With this in mind, during this season of Lent, I'm focusing on episodes from Jesus' life with his disciples from the Gospels in my 2-Minute Tuesday videos. Consider this account from Luke chapter 8. They sailed to the region of the Gerasenes, which is across the lake from Galilee. When Jesus stepped ashore, he was met by a demon-possessed man from the town. For a long time, this man had not worn clothes or lived in a house, but had lived in the tombs. When he saw Jesus, he cried out and fell at his feet, shouting at the top of his voice, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I beg you, don't torture me." For Jesus had commanded the impure spirit to come out of the man. Many times it had seized him, and though he was chained hand and foot and kept under guard, he had broken his chains and had been driven by the demon into solitary places. Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" "Legion," he replied, because many demons had gone into him. And they begged Jesus repeatedly not to order them to go into the abyss. Now, the region of the Gerasenes was Gentile territory. That means it was a place that the disciples had likely never been. It was the place they were most afraid to go, and it was populated by the people they were most afraid to meet. And yet, Jesus leads them right in. That's exactly where Jesus leads them. Not only so, but Jesus leads them directly to the embodiment of their worst fears, a man possessed by the spiritual forces of evil. We have to stop and think, as Jesus' disciples today, what are the places that I'm afraid to go literally in my city or my world, or metaphorically in my relationships or my own heart? Who are the people I'm afraid to meet, those who feel unfamiliar to me or threatening to me? Those are exactly the places and the people Jesus leads us. When he does, it may feel as though he's leading us to the edge of the abyss. What Jesus proves, though, is that he is greater than anything that we fear. And he came to drive out the darkness from our own hearts and our lives and our world. John reminds us, the light of the world shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. So, in your prayers this week, name your fears. Offer them to Jesus, whose love conquers all things, even the things we fear most, and trust him to drive out the darkness everywhere that you follow his light.